Big Mouse, Little Mouse. The mice in the book. Big Mouse, Little Mouse. The kitchen in the book. Big Mouse said to Little Mouse, "I'm going to get some food. You stay here. A big cat is in the kitchen." Big Mouse went out of the hole and into the kitchen. His nose went sniff, sniff, sniff. He looked in the cupboard. "Yum! Food!" said Big Mouse. Big Mouse will get apple. Yes, no. Cheese. Yes, no. Cake. Yes, no. Big Mouse had cheese and bread and cake. Then he went back to the hole. "Where's my food?" said Little Mouse. "No food," said Big Mouse. "There's no food in the house." Big Mouse went to sleep. When he woke up, he said to Little Mouse, "I'm going to look for food. You stay here. 2 big cats are in the kitchen." Big Mouse went out of the hole and into the kitchen. His nose went sniff, sniff, sniff. He looked on the table. "Yum! Food!" said Big Mouse. Big Mouse will get bread. Yes, no. Carrot. Yes, no. Chips. Yes, no. Big Mouse had bread and chips. Then he went back to the hole. "Where's my food?" said Little Mouse. "No food," said Big Mouse. "There's no food in the house." Big Mouse went to sleep. When he woke up, he said, "I'm going to look for food." But Big Mouse had got very fat. "Help!" he said. "I can't get out of this hole." "I will go then," said Little Mouse. "I'm not scared of cats." Little Mouse went into the kitchen. "There are no cats here," he said. "I will have a party." Little Mouse will have tomato. Yes, no. Popcorn. Yes, no. Little Mouse took some popcorn back to Big Mouse. Big Mouse said, "Thank you, Little Mouse. You are very kind." "There is food in the house," said Little Mouse. "I will get it from now on. I'm not scared of cats." Bread. Hole. Cake. Kitchen. Cheese. Nose. Chips. Popcorn. Cupboard. Table. Black Cat Stays Out. This is a story about Mrs. Finn and Black Cat. Mrs. Finn. Black Cat. Mrs. Finn's house. Mrs. Finn looked out the door. "Come in, Black Cat," she said. "Come in for your dinner." But Black Cat stayed under the house. "I'm not coming in," he said. "I'm staying out all night." Black Cat will go up a tree in the garden. Mrs. Finn went down the steps. "Come in, Black Cat," she said. "Come in for your dinner." But Black Cat didn't come. "You can stay out then," said Mrs. Finn, and she went into the house and shut the door. The moon came up. Black Cat saw a moth. "I can get a moth for dinner," he said. Black Cat went after the moth, but it was too fast for Black Cat. What can Black Cat have for dinner? Some fish? A mouse? Black Cat saw a mouse. "I can get a mouse for dinner," he said. But the mouse ran over the garden, under the fence, and into a hole. The mouse was too fast for Black Cat. Black Cat saw a porcupine. "I can get a porcupine for dinner," he said. The porcupine went into a ball. Black Cat put his paw on the porcupine. "Yow!" said Black Cat. "I don't want you for dinner." Black Cat will stay outside. Go in the house. "Yow!" Black Cat was getting hungry. He looked at the house. The door was shut, and Mrs. Finn was in bed. "I will get my dinner," said Black Cat. "I'm staying out all night." Black Cat sat under the tree. Then out from the tree came a big owl. It went whoosh down on Black Cat. Black Cat saw its claws and its big yellow eyes. "Yow!" said Black Cat, and Black Cat ran. He ran to the door and went scratch, scratch, scratch. Mrs. Finn looked out the window. "Are you coming in now, Black Cat?" she said, and Black Cat went meow. Bed, hole, claws, moth, eyes, owl, fence, paw, garden, steps. Bully Cat. This is a story about Minnie Cat, Bully Cat, Dog. The house in the book. On Monday, Minnie Cat was sitting in the big chair. Up came Bully Cat. Hiss! Minnie Cat was scared. He got off the chair and ran away. Minnie Cat will go under a bed, up a tree, in a car. On Tuesday, Minnie Cat was eating his dinner. Up came Bully Cat. Hiss! Minnie Cat was scared. He ran away and Bully Cat had his dinner. Minnie Cat can eat some mice, some worms, some snails. On Wednesday, Minnie Cat was sleeping in the sun. Up came Bully Cat. Hiss! Hiss! Minnie Cat woke up. He saw Bully Cat's big claws and he was very scared. Minnie Cat will run away, hiss and spit. Minnie Cat ran, but Bully Cat ran after him. Minnie Cat ran down the path, over the garden, under the fence, and Bully Cat ran after him. Minnie Cat saw Dog in his kennel, so he ran in. Bully Cat came up to the kennel, and out came Dog. Dog went, "Grrr." Bully Cat was scared, and he ran off. He ran under the fence, over the garden, up the path, and Dog ran after him. But Dog was too big and too fast for Bully Cat. Bully Cat had to stop running. Dog put his paw on Bully Cat and went, "Grrr." Bully Cat was. On Thursday, Minnie Cat was sitting in the big chair. Up came Bully Cat. He saw Dog looking, so he went, "Grrr." And then Bully Cat got in the chair with Minnie Cat, and Minnie Cat went, "Purr," too. Chair, kennel, claws, path, fence, paw, garden. Clown is sick. This story is about Clown. The people in the book: the bus driver, Clown, the doctor. Clown came home from work. He put his clown shirt on the chair. He put his clown hair on the lamp, and he put his clown nose on the bird's cage. Then Clown went to bed. In the morning, Clown put on his shirt and his hair and his nose, but he sneezed. Clown will go back to bed, have breakfast. He sneezed and sneezed and sneezed. Clown had breakfast, but he sneezed and sneezed. His breakfast went all over the kitchen. Clown cleaned his teeth, but he sneezed and sneezed. Toothpaste went all over the bathroom. Clown went off to work. He sneezed going down the road. He sneezed on the bus. He sat down by a woman, and he sneezed and sneezed and sneezed. The bus driver stopped the bus. He looked at Clown. "You are sick," he said. "You will have to go to the doctor. There is a doctor in that house." Clown got off the bus. He went in to see the doctor. "I'm very sick," he said. And the clown sneezed and sneezed and sneezed. The doctor will look at Clown's ears, Clown's feet. The doctor looked in Clown's ears. "Your ears are okay," she said. The doctor looked at Clown's tongue. "Your tongue is okay," she said. What will the doctor do now? The doctor looked at Clown's nose. "Take off your nose," she said. Clown took off his nose. I see, said the doctor. You are not sick. But I am sick, said Clown. I'm very sick. The doctor looked at Clown. No, you are not, she said. But I have sneezed and sneezed and sneezed, said Clown. You will sneeze, said the doctor. You will sneeze with a feather in your clown nose. Bed, feather, breakfast, hair, bus, lamp, cage, teeth, chair, tongue, ears, toothpaste. Dad at the beach. The people in the book. The kids. Dad. The people at the beach. The beach. Dad and the kids went to the beach. Dad put his towel on the sand. Look at your towel, said the kids. It has holes. I like my towel, said Dad. The kids went for a walk. Dad went too. He took the big beach umbrella. You can't take that, said the kids. Yes, I can, said Dad. The sun is hot. The kids went for a swim. Dad went too. He put big yellow pants over his swimming togs. Your pants are too big, said the kids. I like big pants, said Dad. I look cool. The kids are. The kids were riding the waves onto the beach. I can do that, said Dad. But Dad's pants were so big, a wave took them off. Help! Shouted Dad. A wave took my pants. Dad went under the water to look for the pants. No pants. The kids went under the water to look for the pants. No pants. Then Dad saw a dog on the beach. The dog had Dad's pants in its mouth. I can see my pants, said Dad. He got out of the water and ran after the dog. What will the dog do with Dad's pants? But the dog made a hole in the sand. It put Dad's pants in the hole, and then it put sand over Dad's pants. Stop! Shouted Dad. That is not a bone. Dad will. Dad had to dig his pants up. The kids laughed and laughed. And the people on the beach laughed too. On the way home, Dad and the kids went shopping. Dad got a new towel, a sun umbrella, and some new pants. Bone, towel, dog, umbrella, pants, wave. Dad at the fair. The people in the book. Dad, the kids, the man at the fair. The fair. Dad and the kids went to the fair. The kids had a hot dog. Dad had a hot dog too. But Dad got some sauce on his shirt. "Look at your shirt," said the kids. Dad said, "It's okay. I'm at the fair." Dad is. The kids had candy floss. Dad had candy floss too. But he got candy floss in his hair. "You have candy floss in your hair," said the kids. "It's okay," Dad said. "I'm at the fair." The kids are. The kids saw a man in a tent. He gave the kids some balls. "See if you can make the blocks fall over," he said. The kids made the blocks fall over. "I can do that," said Dad. The blocks fell over. Oops! The tent fell over too. The man in the tent is. The kids and Dad put the tent up. "People are looking at us," said the kids. "It's okay," said Dad. "This is a fair." The people are at Dad, about Dad. The kids saw the space tunnels. "You stay here," they said to Dad. "You can't come in the space tunnels. You are too big." Dad will. Dad saw the kids going in and out of the tunnels. "I can do that," he said. So he got in a tunnel. But he was too big. "I'm stuck," he shouted. Who will help Dad out of the tunnel? The kids had to pull Dad out. Dad went, "Ha ha ha!" "People are looking at you," said the kids. "We are going home now." The kids are. Dad and the kids went home. Dad had sauce on his shirt, pink hair, and a big, big smile. "I had a good day at the fair," Dad said. Blocks, sauce, candy floss, shirt, hot dog, tent. Eddie's hair. The people in the book. Eddie's mum. Eddie. Big Ben. Eddie's school. The teacher. The kids at school. Eddie had red hair. He looked in the mirror. "Look at my red hair," he said. "I love your red hair," said his mum. "I don't," said Eddie. "I don't like it at all." At school, the teacher said, "The kids with black hair can go out. The kids with brown and blonde hair can go out." Eddie stayed on the floor. Eddie is. The teacher saw Eddie sitting on the floor. "I'm sorry, Eddie," she said. "You can go out." Eddie's face went red like his hair. Eddie went to school with a hat on his head. The kids said, "Take off your hat, Eddie. We want to see your red hair." "No," said Eddie. "You can't see my red hair." But the wind went whoosh, and off came Eddie's hat. "We can see your red hair now," shouted the kids. One day, Big Ben came to school. He played soccer. He was on TV. The kids all liked Big Ben. Big Ben came to school to play soccer, have lunch. Big Ben had his boots. He let the kids look at them. He let the kids look at his soccer ball. Then Big Ben said, "I'm playing soccer on Saturday. I want a kid to help me." Who will help Big Ben? The kids? The teacher? Eddie? The kids put up their hands. "Me, me, me," they shouted. Big Ben looked at the kids. Then he saw Eddie. "You have red hair like me," he said. "You can help me." So Eddie went to the game on Saturday with Big Ben. He was on TV. All the kids saw him. "Wow," they said. "Eddie looks cool." Eddie is boots, mirror, soccer ball. Eggs in the sun. The people in the book. Mr. Mac, Mrs. Mac. The kitchen. On Saturday, Mr. and Mrs. Mac went to the shops. They got milk and bread and eggs. Mr. Mac put the milk in the fridge. He put the bread in the cupboard. Mrs. Mac put the eggs in a bowl on the table. Mr. Mac looked at the eggs on the table. The sun was on the eggs. "You can't put eggs in the sun," he said. "Chickens will come out." Mrs. Mac laughed. "Chickens will not come out," she said. What will happen? On Monday, Mr. Mac was coming home from work. He saw a chicken farm. He saw chickens for sale. $3. Mr. Mac went into the farm. "Can I have 2 chickens, please?" he said. The farmer gave Mr. Mac 2 chickens in a box. Mr. Mac took the chickens home and Mr. Mac did this. 1. He took the eggs out of the bowl. 2. He cracked the eggs. 3. He put the eggs in a cup. 4. He put the cup in the fridge. 5. He put the eggshells in the bowl. 6. He took the chickens out of the box. 7. He put the chickens in the bowl with the eggshells. Mrs. Mac will be... Mrs. Mac came home. She went into the kitchen. "Cheep, cheep, cheep," went the chickens in the bowl. "Cheep, cheep, cheep." "Look at that," said Mrs. Mac. "Chickens have come out of the eggs." Mrs. Mac took the chickens out. She went to see Mr. Mac. "Look," she said, "chickens have come out of the eggs." Mrs. Mac will keep the chickens in the house, make a chicken farm, let the chickens go. Mr. Mac looked at the chickens. "See," he said, "you can't put eggs in the sun. Chickens will come out." But Mrs. Mac said, "Good. I'm going to put all my eggs in the sun. I love chickens. I'm going to have a chicken farm." Mrs. Mac looked at Mr. Mac and she laughed and laughed. "You can go and get a big box of eggs," she said. Bowl, fridge, bread, gate, chickens, milk, cupboard, shells, eggs, table. Frogs in the house. The people in the book. Mum, Fran, Dad. The house in the book. Fran's house. Fran had some frogs in a tub. I'm going to take the frogs to school, she said, and then I will put them back in the pond. Fran will give the frogs flies. Yes. No. Snails. Yes. No. Bananas. Yes. No. But in the night, the frogs got out of the tub. They went croak, croak, croak. Mum woke up. There are frogs in this house, she said. I can't go to sleep with frogs in the house. Mum went to look for the frogs. She saw a frog on the chair. Got you, she said. But the frog went, jump, jump, jump. The frog will jump onto the fridge, onto the plant. Mum saw a frog on the table. Got you, she said. But the frog went, jump, 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 onto the fridge. The frogs went, jump, jump, jumping, all over the house. Mum went to get Dad. You will have to help me, she said. There are frogs